Welcome back to Soda City Live. Independence Day on Tuesday, but many folks across the nation will be celebrating over the weekend. And whether you're attending an event with fireworks or displaying fireworks at home, there are a couple of safety precautions that you may want to keep in mind. Joining me today, Fire Marshal George Adams Jr. with the Columbia Fire Department. And we appreciate you joining us because obviously top of mind this time of year, a lot of people want to enjoy fireworks. Some might consider, buying their own, to have a display in the front yard, but there's some things that we need to keep in mind to make sure it's safe.
Correct. And thanks for having me, Greg.
You bet.
Yeah, first thing, you want to make sure you buy fireworks from a reputable dealer. You don't want to buy fireworks from, for example, George Fireworks that's selling fireworks in a home. So you want to make sure you buy it from a reputable dealer, and make sure that if you're buying it from a stand, that it has an inspection. Now, that's if you must buy fireworks, but we encourage you to go to a professional show. And there are many professional shows that's going on during this time of the year.
Yeah, we've had a couple of the organizations that are conducting fireworks this year. In fact, we had Fort Jackson on yesterday, and they have a big display coming up on the 1st this weekend, which is just going to be far and away probably just an even more impressive show. It's a good time, and you at least know in a situation like that, it's a little more of a controlled environment. It's a little more safe.
Right. It's a very controlled environment. Of course, we encourage you to use extreme cautions if you have to use fireworks. And there are some safety tips, of course, that we recommend each year. And those things are things that we all know, but sometimes we just don't do.
Right. And some of the basics, of course, following the firework directions. Also, using outside, away from the home, trees or dry grass, find an open place. And also, I like this one, keep an extinguisher, hose, or water nearby, because then again, sometimes these things can get out of hand. You have to have something to be able to put it out.
Right. You want to keep a bucket of water or fire extinguisher or some type of water source near you, in case the fire get out of control. But we also want you to call 911 in the event of a fire. We don't want you to try to put it out yourself, but you should call the fire department. Even if you put it out, you should call the fire department and let us examine and make sure that the fire is totally and completely out.
Yeah, fireworks are truly a handle with care, and they're, for adults only, really. I mean, we don't want any little kids firing these things off as much as they might think it's a good idea.
Right. Speaking of adults, you should always have adult supervision. Adults should light the fireworks. They should supervise the fireworks, and they should be around, when kids are shooting fireworks. And when they light the fireworks, they should light fireworks one at a time. Don't try to light multiple fireworks. Mm-hmm. And I've seen that, and that's how injuries occur when you try to light multiple fireworks at one time, but you should only light fireworks one at a time. And if the firework doesn't go off, then you shouldn't try to relight it.
Yeah, always very important.
Right.
Another thing is, I would say, keeping your neighbors, to make sure that you're considerate of your neighbors. I mean, you may have some people in the neighborhood that may not be able to handle fireworks as well as you do. They may have pets, young children who they're trying to put to sleep, or they may not, they may be sensitive to loud noises. These are things also to consider, just being a good neighbor.
Right, just being a good neighbor. Those things you need to consider. And of course, in Richland County, there is an ordinance that goes into effect July 1st. And that's been advertised on TV and in the media and in the newspaper. So please try to abide by the new ordinance that goes into effect in July 1.
Sure, and there's time limits, in terms of when you can light your fireworks. After that, you may receive a fine. Right.
I think it's 10 o'clock. Anything after 10 o'clock, you'd be in violation of the ordinance, and you could be fined up to $1,000 by Richland County.
Yeah, always important to keep in mind. And again, when it comes to just your celebrations, make sure everyone's safe. Of course, some people around the 4th of July like to celebrate, they might have some adult beverages, whatnot. Not a good idea to be lighting fireworks after you've been enjoying adult beverages, I'd say.
Right. So for the 4th of July, people have different celebrations, fireworks and also grilling.
Yeah.
So that, it's important that, you take some extreme cautions when you're grilling, and using fireworks. Never light fireworks near your home. You don't want to grill near your home as well. You don't want to grill on a deck, particularly a deck that's combustible. You want to be at least 10 feet away from your house when you're grilling. And also, if you're going to light fireworks, you need to be away from your home.
Yeah, and again, probably the most important thing to keep in mind, what we mentioned off the top, a lot of great fireworks displays in the area. We've got Lake Murray fireworks coming up on July the 1st, Fort Jackson on July the 1st as well, and other area fireworks displays where you can go out and just enjoy yourself. And you know what? They're probably going to put on a better display than you might
Right.
be able to at home.
Right. They're professional shooters. They're trained, and these guys, they know what they're doing. And also the Fireflies.
Yes.
They have a show on the Friday,
Yes.
which is June 30th, and July the 1st as well.
Oh, great time.